This video is about how I finally quit porn after 10 years and how you can do it too. I'll show you the exact steps that worked for me. Because I wasted 10 years stuck in this exact same cycle. And the thing is, it wasn't just like 10 or 15 minutes a day. I would watch it 1.5, 2 hours a day. And not just even on the obvious, P-Hub or X videos sites. It was also the not so porn sites. The ones on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. All that stuff just ran my day. And it wrecked my confidence. And for a long time, I watched so much porn that at 19 years old, I had porn-induced erectile dysfunction. My performance was completely jacked up. I felt broken. And whenever I was with a real woman, nothing would happen. I'd make it some dumb excuse and I'd leave, and then I'd hate myself on the entire drive home. And what I learned is unless you actually fix what's driving the urge, it's going to keep on coming back. And I don't want that for you. So stay with me just for a couple of minutes. I don't know how long the video is going to be, but you're going to leave with a plan that helps you stop these urges fast. And this simple 10 to 15 minute plan helps you build momentum so you can take back your life and not fall into the adult content trap. Be honest with me, okay? Do you know this moment? It's 2 a.m., it's 1 a.m., you're alone. You're telling yourself, oh, just 5 more minutes, just one peek won't hurt. And then an hour later, you close all the tabs and you say to yourself, this is never gonna happen again. But the next day, you just repeat the same thing. Or you're 3 days clean, but then you're bored. You scroll on Instagram, you scroll on social media, and boom, that one picture pops up. And you start to get the thoughts, and then you get triggered, and then you go down the same rabbit hole, and then you feel the shame. Because here's what I need you to understand. If you're serious about quitting, if you try to fight the urge in the same room, on the same phone, in the same physical position that you got the urge in, you already lost the fight. You already lost. I went to a behavior change event in Austin, Texas. I paid thousands of dollars just to be in that room, and I paid a couple $100s for the flight and the hotel room. So I sat in the desk and I paid so much attention. I focused like my life depended on it. And I left with a huge idea that changed everything on my journey. They said it doesn't matter what the urge is, for drugs, for alcohol, pornography, for gambling. Strong urges are like waves. They're big at first, they hit hard, but they peak and they go away in around 10 to 15 minutes. I tested it. I tested myself, and believe me, I'm not perfect. I slipped, I relapsed. But I saw the improvement. 30 days later, when I changed a few things, that I'll show you what to change in just 1 second. But when I changed those things, the amount of times that I watched porn in a week dropped in half. And 60 days later, that amount, it cut in half again. And I was slowly getting my time back. I was slowly getting my confidence back. And then by day 90, I was done. I was completely free from porn. My porn-induced erectile dysfunction started to heal. My confidence came back and I started to feel like an actual man. But in order to break free, you need a plan for these 10 to 15 minutes when the urges hit. And I need you to follow it like your life depends on it. So I call this the 10-minute wave protocol. 3 moves. It's simple, it's fast, and it can save you from regret. So step 1 is change the place that you're in. When the urges hit, move your body now. Leave the room. Step outside. Go to the bathroom if you're in your room. Sit on the floor. I don't give a what you do. It doesn't matter. Change the place that you're in. New place, new state. It's like if you're watching a scary movie on your TV and you switch channel to like a kid movie. Different feelings. Okay, so unless you leave that trigger zone, your brain is going to stay stuck on that track and it's going to become very hard to quit. And step 2 after that is change what you're doing. Do any busy work for 10 to 15 minutes. Do the dishes, take a quick shower, read a book, wipe down the counters, fold clothes, call a friend and ask about their day. You need to remember that motion creates emotion. So take a walk, play with your dog, do something different. You need to replace what you're doing. You can't just do nothing. because then you're going to fold. But this is what makes it easy. Step 3 is change how you're breathing. So what I like to show my clients is using the box breathing method. This is 4 seconds inhale, hold, hold, and then do it again. What this does, it's like hitting the calm down button for your body. And it makes your heart slow down, it makes you calm, it gives you a clear mind so you can just have clarity. And it makes a world of a difference. It's kind of like when your smoke alarm goes off when you're cooking. You don't just ignore it, you don't just argue it, you don't scream back at it. You open a window, you move the pans around, you lower the heat, you adjust, you change what you're doing to quiet down the noise. And you might say, Nathan, I tried to do push-ups, I tried to change rooms, but I still think about it. Cool. Add a hard reset. Put your phone in another room for 10 minutes and set the timer. Okay, because the truth is, if your phone stays in your hand, if that laptop stays next to you, then the door and the opportunity stays halfway open. So here's what you can expect whenever you run this protocol. Day 1 through 30, the urges are going to feel loud. But when you ride them, you're going to be able to watch the amount of times that you relapse probably drop by around 50%. By day 31 to 60, you're probably going to see another 50% drop in the amount of times that you go back to pornography. And you get a lot better fighting the urges. And not only do you get better fighting the urges, but the urges becomes less strong because your brain is readjusting. You're not needing these huge spikes of stimulation anymore. And by month 3, by day 90, you can expect to be porn free. By day 90, my porn-induced erectile dysfunction improved and I started to feel like myself again. So can you see how just changing these simple things when the urges hit can make a world of a difference? Are you with me? Because here's the hidden thing that no one talks about. Porn steals your time, it steals your attention, it steals your standards. Whenever you chase porn, you stop chasing real goals, you stop chasing real people, you stop chasing real life. It's like if you eat candy for every single meal. It tastes good, but your body gets weak. And unless you break that loop, adult content becomes your boss. Alright, so if you're looking for like a daily routine on how to actually break free, here's the one that I used. In the morning, this took me like 2 minutes. I wrote my why on a sticky note. So this is when I was going through my performance issues. I would write on a sticky note, I want real intimacy. I want my confidence. I want energy. And I would ask myself, is every single action that I'm taking moving me towards the person that I want to be? And I would say that out loud every single morning with my voice. So that way, every single time I had the urge, I would ask myself, is this action going to move me towards life? Is this action going to move me towards my goals? And the answer was always no. And in the middle of the day, this also takes like 2 minutes, is check your triggers. Set yourself up for success. Are you feeling bored a lot? Are you feeling lonely a lot? Are you feeling angry a lot? What can you do to change your situation so that way later on in the day, you're not feeling so bored, you're not feeling so lonely, you're not feeling so stressed. So that way you're not even going to give yourself the opportunity to go back. And anytime in between, anytime the urge hits, run the 10-minute wave protocol. Change where you're at, change what you're doing, and change your breath. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. If you brush your teeth every day, these small movements save yourself from big problems. So just a quick story. It was like one night at like 1:47 a.m. and the urge hit me hard. Old Nathan would have lost. But the new me, I stood up, I walked to the kitchen, I washed a couple dishes, I did my box breaths, and I saw the timer on the microwave go past 10 minutes. And when it hit that like 11-minute mark, the wave was gone and I went to bed. However, if I would have stayed in bed, if I would have had the urge and stayed in bed with that same phone in that same position, I would have drowned and I would have went back to adult content. So these small moves, these small little tactical shifts that you can do can lead to freedom. And you might wonder, what happens if I relapse? Because it can happen. Well, I have 2 rules for relapses. Slip don't slide. Stop the session fast and learn from it. What time was it? What triggered you to go back? What are you going to change next time? Because if you could turn every single slip into a lesson, how different would your life be? How easy would recovery be if you stopped blaming yourself and you started learning from your mistakes? And some guys think, I need crazy willpower to be free. You don't. You need a better plan. But the important part is, you only get that future, you only get that freedom by winning what happens in that 10 to 15 minute window. All right? But this is something that a lot of my clients tell me. They say, I get bored. Sometimes I went to porn because I felt bored. So you need a pre-loaded boredom replacements. Pick 3 chores that you can do. Do the dishes, wipe the sink, pick up after the dogs, take out the trash. What are 3 quick chores that you can do around the house instead of watching pornography? Pick 3 body movements that you can do. Push-ups. My personal favorite is going on a bike ride or going on a walk outside. Can you do yoga? Do you like yoga? Stretch. Move your body. Pick 3 different ways you can move your body. Or 3 is the mind movements. Can you call a friend? Can you journal exactly what you're feeling? Can you read 5 pages? What can you do when the urge hits? And I want you to think and thinking. So don't think I could do this or this. Think I could do this and this. I can read a book and I could take out the trash. I could do my box breaths and I could call my friend. The more tools that you have in your tool belt is the easiest way to succeed. Okay? I cut my usage in half in 30 days. And I cut it in half again after day 60, and I quit completely by day 90. My erectile dysfunction healed over time, my confidence returned, and if you run this 10-minute wave fighting protocol, you can beat the urges today. So this is the plan. Change the place, change what you're doing, and change your breath. And unless you make these 10 minutes a non-negotiable, adult content is going to keep on running your life. This is going to keep on stealing your confidence, going to keep on stealing your drive, and it's going to keep on ruining the relationships that you could be having. So all this information is great, and I really hope you use it to actually break free. But quitting is hard, I know. So if you want a real plan, if you want more personalized help on you quitting porn, I do one-on-one calls. We can map out the next 30 to 90 days and set you up with a plan for freedom. Who wants to prevent ever relapsing again? I know I would. So, you don't have to be the guy who can't quit. You're the guy who knows how to spend the next 10 minutes. It's kind of like climbing a mountain. You don't just jump to the top. You take one step at a time. All right, you with me on that? So again, if you want more personalized help, if you want to actually break free for good, click the link below. Schedule a root session call with me. We'll get down to the root of why you keep going back and build a plan for you to actually stay free. I'm Nathan. I'm done with porn, and you can be too. Enjoy.